Afraid we'd get caught. Only it's not.
On the front, I'll tell you.
Hello there. What you'll hear next may astonish, disturb, and provoke you. Know that the events, characters, and conversations are not real. They are imaginary, concocted for the purpose of release and entertainment. Interpret accordingly.
No disfrutan del
Do it up, do it up, do it up, do it up.
We are here in the boxcar down Lake Michigan, just taking a little cruise, and there is the air show going at once. And
Wow, dude! Holy shit! Take it easy. Here. Let me pull you back on.
help me!
Come on up.
I can't swim.
Come on up here. Yeah. Oh, flop right there. Whoa, you okay, buddy?
Hold on a second. I just need to.
Nice, dude.
Perfectly dry.
You know what I love too? Every time you do that, A, you look like a dog, and B, it's the flecks in the sunlight. It's like little rainbows, just like shooting all over the place. It's really cool. We are, Greg and I, hey, thanks for joining us again. We are the Boxcar Buddies. I'm Don.
I'm Greg.
We are floating on top of our boxcar last night. We are recording this on Sunday, August 19th, I think, and we took the barge last night around 10:30, the boxcar that we had stolen from the yard, and we pushed it off of the shore to the right of Lakeshore Drive, and we pushed it into the water of Lake Michigan. But we had strapped it to about 100 floaties, about 100 like water wings, and so now
I got them all from the closing sale of Toys R Us,
which was a great idea on your part, by the way.
Peace.
Indeed, yeah, great stuff from Toys R Us for many, many years.
Yeah, I stole a bunch of stuff, and I just had them like buried underneath, like where I usually keep my recording equipment.
Totally,
south side, and just buried it, just boxes,
Absolutely.
boxes of water wings.
And that bouncy house that you have is going to come in handy one of these days. I know it. Like it was a good idea going to Toys R Us to capitalize on their going out of business.
Yeah,
sales.
like they weren't too upset when I walked in and said, "Hey, I'm just gonna take this."
I know. Yeah, well, because kids have been doing that for the last like 2 weeks.
I know, and they're like, "Here comes a fully grown adult with a metal hand."
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say one word. Besides, what do they care? They're smoking like in the store. Like they're going out of business. Like. These people are
I'm
like...
sure the managers didn't... I'm sure, like, the people working the cash register didn't give a shit. But
no.
Like, the higher-ups are just going... Ah!
Screaming. Exactly. Screaming into their empty purses.
They're grabbing that giant stuffed giraffe. I think his name is Jeff. And just going, "Fuck you, Jeff!"
Right. Just smashing him on the ground.
Like, they're all grabbing different sections of his neck to strangle, making sure that nothing can get away.
Yeah, or doing like the twist, like the
bottle
thing.
twist.
Yeah.
Like when you get one of those like plastic water bottles and you twist it until you can
crinkles,
pop the cap off.
Because of that pressure. But yeah, anyway, so we are standing on top of the boxcar in Lake Michigan, and it's kind of like a barge because we're just on this flat surface. The boxcar was large enough, and now we're just in the water on Lake Michigan watching as the planes go by overhead because the Air and Water Show is this weekend, and there's a lot of people sort of behind us in the parks. It's also posted up.
There's a lot of people just like pointing at us from up above.
Hello.
Hey there.
We are out here.
Run away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's what you
Screaming
get.
terror.
Yeah, you fucking teenagers. Like, don't laugh at us.
I'm the cottonmouth killer.
Right. You should have some fucking water wings, okay? We'll see who's laughing later on.
Jump in the lake, cowards.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Yeah, okay. So there's people around, and as we said, if you hear some jets going by overhead, that's the Air and Water Show. Hopefully, we don't get carpet bombed during any of this episode, but that's what we decided to do.
Hopefully, the Russians don't hack the plane.
I know. It's like, what's the rush? I mean, there could be any.
My favorite song from Rush is "Why Was That."
Yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah, Rush is good. But you can't listen to it in a laptop speaker, like any Rush, you really want to pound your, eardrums.
You need to, place your face up against a stereo, giant speaker.
Yeah, listening in, the earbuds, it just doesn't really, it's not the same
you're not going to
thing.
hear that bass.
No, you want fidelity. That's what you want. You want fucking fidelity. So.
No, I don't like high fidelity. I think it's a little overrated.
Hi, fidelity. How are you?
I'm good about you?
Not too bad. Thanks for joining us on the barge, but there's not a lot of space, and Greg's probably going to jump off again
It's okay. I
soon.
brought my tube.
Did you?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm floating in it right now.
Great. Here, why don't you...
Oh, Jesus!
There you go. Float in it. Now you just float
I'm falling underneath the...
Oh, Fidelity. I'm sorry. But, we don't have a lot of room
Do you
on
think we
the
should,
top of the box
give her
car.
a flip? She's kicking really... Oh,
Oh,
she's not kicking.
sorry. Yeah. No, I don't know. She just, that voice, I can't abide it. I can't, not for very long. Ah! Jesus! Oh, there's a wake. Oh, there's a wake in the waves.
I feel
there.
like I'm at... I feel like I'm at SeaWorld, but instead of a whale, it's giant hunks of metal that can fly and
Yeah, and they
look
don't
down on me with their jetty smugness.
Right, yeah, and they're not doing any waves hello, they're not doing any splashes, they just
I mean, maybe they are. They're going too fast.
yeah, 400 miles an hour.
Only a housefly can see that fast.
I know, and they don't live to appreciate it for very long, though. That's their thing.
Good.
But anyway, what we live long enough to appreciate, Greg and I, is the content that we consume during the course of the week, whether that might be movies, music, books, TV shows, video games, anything at all to escape out of the norms of day-to-day life, which is what Greg and I, as two homeless dudes in Chicago, look to escape pretty much every moment of every day, because it's reality kind of sucks sometimes, doesn't it?
It sure does. That's why we like to drown our sorrows in distractions.
Or the lake!
Don't drown yourself. Get out of there.
Oh,
If you fall in there, I can't help you.
whew, boy, is that
You know
refreshing,
how heavy
though.
this hand is.
I know.
I can't swim.
Thank you for...
I'm like Stitch. I'm too dense.
too dense. Yeah, you'll go right down to the bottom, weighed
Just
down
sink.
by that lovely hand you've crafted for yourself.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, thanks for that. That was really refreshing. Being on the lake is really, really nice. Like
It's a
the
good way to
smells,
end
the
August.
breezes. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of people. Like you said, there's people, but there's good people. Everyone's kind of in a good mood right now. It's a beautiful summery day. Skies are clear. Jets are far enough away that we're not, worried about getting, missiled or whatever. And, it's just nice breeze, nice smells, all that good stuff. And so now, while we have a nice little moment here, Greg, let's talk about some of the stuff that you or I absorbed over the prior week.
Ah, why, yes.
Yes. Did you have something that you were itching
yes.
to talk about?
Something that I squished my fingers into and let my blood absorb it.
Yeah.
Till it got into my heart.
Yeah. Good.
I grabbed it straight from the video game case and just sucked all the color out of it. Just
Whoa. You do that what was it, the Twilight Zone thing that you do sometimes, where you just slurp the Pleasantville. The Pleasantville thing, where you slurp the color out of a room.
yeah, I could just stick a straw right into the upholstery and just
Yeah,
and
it's kind of
all
cool.
gone.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's a nice
And
little...
then my tongue looked like a rainbow.
I know, it's really cool. That was a cool little addition that you made to your tongue, the little vacuum tube that sucks color out. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. So, what I did this week... Well, Freak has finally let me have some lodging.
Lodging?
Yes. So, now that I do all this freelance work, just, this Craigslist stuff, whatever is needed.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just send me an email and promise me either food or a couple bucks, and I'm yours.
Mm-hmm. And that's to GGGregslist@gmail.com?
That's at GGGregslist. It gets confusing because, I'm on Craigslist.
Sure.
And I tell them answer on Greg's list.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's right there. It's.
I just want to find Craig and say, why do you have the weird name?
What's your problem?
Why can't you have the normal name like Greg?
I know. It's so... Craig is such a European thing, and it's like...
And the way it's spelled too, Craig.
Yeah, it is Craig. Yeah, it's...
Craig.
I actually... It's almost like a lazy Greg when you think about it, right? Because the G is it's a little harder.
That's what I think Craigslist is. Craigslist is it needs effort.
Yeah, it does.
It needs paying attention to.
Craigslist is easy.
It's just all right, hot single 40s, BBW looking for
pegging.
looking for a good 20-year-old virgin.
Yeah, you're right. You can just throw anything up there, lure somebody, murder them, bury them in the backyard. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
But in any case, now I have a little extra cashola.
Nice. I see that you upgraded the pants. I see you did get some new jeans.
These are some new jean shorts.
Nice.
I'm very happy with these.
Yeah, they're good.
There's no tattered ends, but
Not yet?
I kept looking at the shoes section, and I was like, you know what? No, it just feels.
Yeah, you're still going without the shoes. I like.
Oh,
but
I mean,
that's-
like, look at the soles of my feet.
I know those are basically like those are asphalt at this point. Those are like hardened dragon skin. Yeah,
They're
those are-
tough. Like,
yeah.
like check this out. Like, if I just put my foot up against here on the boxcar door.
Oh God! Don't do that. It's so hot. The sun's been beating down. Oh,
And I can also
scratch it. Yeah. Oh my God.
Look, it says my name.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, you spelled it Craig though. Why? Why would you do that?
I didn't mean to do that. It was just subconsciously.
It just happens. I guess it does
I'm just spending a lot of time on Craigslist. I
Yeah.
have to type it in all the time.
Yeah, it will. That does happen.
Here, let's just scratch.
There you go.
that.
We don't want to see that.
Ow.
We don't need to see that at all.
Yeah.
Fuck Craig.
Yeah. Fuck Craig. I'll find you
Yeah.
and absorb your Craigslist powers.
And your color. How about that, Craig?
How about that, Craig? I'm coming for you. And
Be
your
scared!
pigments. I'm coming for your pigments. But in any case, Freak finally let me rent out a room.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In the same building as the free clinic, or like an offshoot?
It's still in the free clinic. It's actually in the basement.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of
I've
like
never been down there.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Do you
where
have the whole
morgue
thing?
is.
Do you have the whole thing to yourself, or?
No. It's kind of like the doctor's like sleep zone, because you know how like doctors will do like long shifts and then
Sure.
they'll sleep in those little bunk beds.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those rooms, but I kind of have to share it with like whoever's working that night shift. But I've been slowly working my way into scaring people away so that
Nice.
they know it's mine.
Yeah.
It's my little hole.
Yeah.
So I got this bunk bed. I turned it into a dunk bed.
How did you do that?
I cut a hole in the top one so I could shoot hoops.
Oh, cool.
So I just
Yeah, that's fun.
Woo.
Just play a little basketball game with yourself down
Yeah.
there in the bunker?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Freak wasn't very happy that I was making my own adjustments to the room, though.
Well, it's
But
your
I'm
space.
like, hey man, there's
You're
no
renting
feng
it out.
shui in here.
Yeah.
It's sad. There's a full painted portrait of you looking like Napoleon Dynamite. Like,
Why did he commission that? Why did he ask someone
it's
to
his
do that?
favorite movie.
Yeah, he does love it.
He quotes it all the time.
Totally. He's all what
Like
what's the-
he'll give me some of the food from like upstairs in the cafeteria, and he'll be like, "Eat your food, Tina." And I'm like, "My name's not Tina."
Right.
He's like, "Are you sure?
and he just laughs to himself as he walks away.
Are you positive that you aren't Tina?
Yes, freak.
My favorite animal is the liger,
Why?
because it's half tiger and half lion.
Okay.
Isn't that neat? I love that two big cats found their love for each other and created a massive, beautiful creature.
I just want to eat my lunch by myself today, freak, I think.
Are you sure?
Just-
I got some free time.
Just for today. Yeah.
But to make sure that I wasn't really like adjusting any of the walls, adding my own wallpaper, making it like my place.
Yeah, sure.
He let me borrow his Switch again.
Oh, man,
But
he's so nice with that.
He's so nice with that. Thankfully, because like I didn't have to take it this time. He was really upset when I pushed him last time.
Well, but that's part of your relationship, though, isn't it?
It's a push and take.
It's a push and push harder relationship.
Yeah, and I push harder.
Yep.
Yeah, he may be big, but
He still falls over.
he falls over real
Yeah,
easy.
absolutely.
You know how easy it is to trip him?
Yeah, which is why we love doing that table thing where it's like I'll just jump down on all fours behind him and you're just like, hey, freak, check this out. And then you just shove him and then he falls over me. And
And then he's unconscious for like 3 hours. And it's
yeah,
great.
yeah, he's like a turtle. He just can't roll over. He can't get the momentum to roll over.
Oh, God, my back. It's so rounded.
I have to perform surgery in 5 minutes.
Anyone want a peanut?
No, lay there. But in any case, he left the Switch in my quote-unquote room.
Mm-hmm.
And I was digging around on it, just seeing like his library. He's got a lot of like indie shit.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, oh, let me check out one of these. And I booted up a game called Cosmic Star Heroine.
Cosmic Star Heroine.
Yeah.
Would you describe it as addictive?
No.
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 Okay.
It's a different kind of heroine.
Oh,
Like
okay.
where your protagonist is lady.
Oh, cool. Oh, of course, heroin. Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like
sure.
you know the the female version of hero is heroine.
Hello there. What an interesting observation.
Yes. So in any case, Cosmic Star Heroine is a formerly Kickstarter game.
Okay.
It's a successful Kickstarter game.
It was successfully kickstarted.
It was successfully kickstarted and became a game.
Cool.
The game draws a lot of inspiration from very early SNES JRPGs.
Okay.
So there's a lot of inspiration from like Chrono Trigger,
Sure.
and Final Fantasy VI.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like two of the big ones. Maybe a little bit of Secret of Mana. So in any case, it's a turn-based RPG about a secret agent named Alyssa. And her team of fellow secret agents who go rogue after finding out that their boss is up to some dirty business.
Damn.
After raiding an alien planet and finding a prototype.
Oh, shit.
What it's a prototype of? It may be something that can fully control people's minds, as in you plug it into your brain and you lose all free will.
Whoa. Now that's some scary shit right
That's
there.
some scary shit right there.
Yeah.
This game is really fun to play.
Yeah?
I really, really like the combat, and I really like the aesthetics. So, it's an alien world, and it takes place in this entire galaxy. You only go to, like, 3 or 4 planets, something like that. I'm halfway through the game. It's pretty short, too.
Yeah.
I'm getting close to the climax, and I think I'm, like, 8 or 9 hours in.
Nice. Okay.
What the game does really smart with its combat is it doesn't make grinding super needed. Like, I don't think I've ever grinded once, but it also does the Chrono Trigger thing of when you kill every enemy in the area, they're dead.
Oh, so they don't pop up again.
They will not respawn.
That's
There's
nice.
no random encounters. So it makes every fight feel important, and the way that combat is done, it's turn-based, like pretty much any other like old-school JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes it interesting is every single character has their own selection of skills that they can equip and use. You can constantly swap out your skills whenever you want when you're outside of battle.
Oh, that's fun.
When you use the skills in battle, they have a lot of different perks to them. So, like, say for instance, the main character Alyssa, one of her abilities is she has like a regular ass healing ability.
Mm-hmm.
When you use that healing ability, you cannot use it again until you do your recharge. Recharge, every character has access to a recharge. It acts as your, like, defend.
Okay.
But in that time, enemies can also easily break your defense if they do enough damage.
Right.
You also get another character. She's a gun romancer.
Wow.
So she can summon guns.
Oh, I thought she was, gun romancer. I thought it was like,
she would
love them.
She
just
would
kind of flirty.
I mean,
flirty
she
with
is
guns.
kind of flirty with the guns.
Really?
That she can get her hands on.
Oh, yeah.
Because all of her guns are all of her skills. So you find like a flamethrower in like one of the first dungeons you do.
Okay.
And she's like, "Ooh, buddy!"
baby.
And you watch her, and you see her phase the gun into nothingness.
Whoa.
And then she can summon it at will.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
It's really cool.
Turns it into like a ghost gun and then can call it whenever she wants.
So it's a phantom gun. So in combat, you can summon this gun to pop up and just shoot a big giant laser.
That's dope.
One of her abilities I thought is amazing. She does something called focus.
Mm-hmm.
Using your turn to do that, it makes her next gun romancy skill affect all enemies or all allies. So she has a heal beam, and she also has like her regular ass attack, and you can target all enemies at once.
Beautiful.
It's really, really creative combat.
What's your party size?
So you can have 4 people in a party. There are 11 playable characters.
Very cool.
And every character feels unique. None of them feel like copy pastes.
Mm-hmm.
They're also very different. Because, like, so I have that, gun romancy person.
Mm-hmm.
The next person I got, I was like, really? You get Dave.
Dave? What is Dave's ability? What does he do?
He's got an iPad.
Whoa, Dave! Come on to the party.
He's a hacker man.
He could be the DJ too.
So his specialty is he's really good at fighting robots because
Okay.
he learns skills that can cause a side effect called rust, which affects robot speed and their attack power.
Sure, yeah.
He can taunt enemies, and his regular attack is like a static shock. You can't use that like pretty regularly. Almost every character like has a physical attack that they can just use as many times as they want. Mm-hmm. Dave has to recharge because he's all tech.
Totally.
He's a fucking hacker man.
Got to plug that in, man. That iPod's gonna run out of battery.
He's a great support character. Mm-hmm. He's so good at like causing all these status effects. He's great at setting up abilities. He's really fast.
Nice.
He's got a really good heal skill as soon as you get him. It's better than the other two characters' like healing abilities. The downside is it's fucking squishy. But something I found out in this game too is that if you're quote unquote knocked out in combat, like an enemy does an attack that does way more damage than
hit points you
have a desperation attack.
Nice.
So this is your final attack that you can make
Right before you lose consciousness.
Yeah, you can either do a shit ton of damage with a new attack, or heal yourself and you won't die.
Cool.
So it has negative hit points, and if you can heal yourself where you're out of the negative, you'll come back to life.
Yeah, you still will survive.
If you're still in the negatives and you attack something or you heal something and you're still in the negatives, you die.
Bye-bye. Cool skill, though. I like the desperation thing. Yeah.
Also, if you get your entire party knocked out, you're not knocked to the beginning of the room or your last save point. You can just say, retry the fight or quit.
Oh, excellent.
So hit retry. It starts right at the beginning.
That is wonderful.
This game gets rid of a lot of the things that I hate about old JRPGs.
Yeah.
That's so fucking hard to go back to.
You're all the way at the final boss of a dungeon, which you just spent the last 2 hours getting to, and then you lose, and you get
you have to do
right
all
back
of it
to the front of the dungeon.
over again.
That's brutal. That's so
It's
brutal.
awful.
Yeah, so
I hate it.
So that's a nice touch for this game to be able to sort of speed all that up to get
Yeah.
right back to the front of the fight.
Yeah, so it's all in sprites. What I really like, too, is that there are animated sprites in between scenes.
Oh, cool.
So you don't just see, the same pixel characters do, like, exaggerated, like, facial movements and whatever during a scene.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will cut to a fully pixelated animation of your characters doing stuff. Like, my favorite character's name is Sue. It's short for Borususkinov.
Okay.
When he's introduced, like, every character has, like, an animation for when they join the party. His is just, like, he's standing in your way, and you think that he's gonna stop you because, like, you're running away with, like, the prototype. And, like, all the characters is like, oh, we have to fight him. And then he puts down his hand, and then he just smirks. And then he's like, and then it goes, Sue, join the party.
Oh, nice. He's like, yeah, all right, I'm coming.
I'm in.
Now. Yeah, I'm in now.
I'm in here.
Cool.
I'm gonna punch things.
Is he like an Eastern European guy? Is he a little bit of a Ruski?
He's supposed to be a Ruski, but
Yeah.
since this is like a quote-unquote future and different galaxy, like, human race, like, the human race as a whole is just the human race.
Okay, sure.
They don't go deep into, like, humans hate each other all the time, like real life.
That'll be nice.
They
when
do that with
happens.
alien races, though, because there are aliens.
Yeah, and they presumably, like, some of them are just on the same planet, so
Yeah.
they hate each other. Yeah, they still hate each other.
There's a lot of intrigue and a lot of fun with this game. I really enjoy it. Something I don't like, I guess, is I think some of the backgrounds are, like, really fucking boring to look at.
Yeah?
Some of the environments are just really, like, boring.
Yeah.
The first level you go to is just jungle, and then you go into abandoned factory.
Okay, sure.
What makes the game so good itself is the combat. It's so fun, and it's so engaging.
Can you swap out party members in fight, or do you have to do that before you start
have to
the
do
fight?
that before a fight.
Gotcha.
And most of the game, you're forced with a party, which I like more with games that have a huge cast like that.
Yeah.
When you have a huge cast and you're given too much freedom with it, you're like, I don't want to use him, him, or him.
Yeah.
This game does a lot of, like, this character went away. here are new party members, so you can
Gotcha.
get used to them.
Yeah. Sort of
It
forces
isn't-
your hand a little
Yeah,
bit.
it isn't towards the end of the game when it's like, okay, here's your party now. You can warp around and mess around with this.
Do as you will.
There's
Yeah.
also people that you can recruit that will do like side effects in battle for you.
Oh, cool.
Because you gain access to your own spaceship, and then you can recruit crew members.
Cool.
They won't be actual in-game party members, but they do have skills that will affect you in battle if you want to make them like your support character.
Cool. Is it something like if you get one character gets a fatal blow, this side character might pop in and like throw a potion at you to
pretty
save your
much.
life? Yeah, okay.
Stuff like that.
Cool.
I really, really deeply enjoy this game. Items aren't regular either. Items act like a one-off skill, and you can't recharge those.
Oh, okay.
So you can swap in what items you want. They do a lot of really good shit. There's one that I got really early, like the first level. It's just a poison effect, and it's amazing for bosses.
Yeah.
The game's tough, too, if it's on the harder difficulties. Like, you have to think about what you're doing. I switched it to the second easiest. Like, there are 4 difficulties. I kept it at 2.
And you can...
And it was way too easy. You can change your difficulty
in-game
whenever you want.
That is a nice feature. I like
It's
that.
stuff that like a lot of like current JRPGs are doing, which I'm
Yes.
like, thank you.
That's beautiful because
there
you
are
reach a
times where
certain
I'm like-
part where it's like everything up until now has been fine, but I realize like I'm not going to get past this. Like I just need to lower the difficulty so I
Yeah.
can continue on with the story.
Or sometimes you'll get really fucking bored with like combat, and you're like, all right,
I'm gonna
let's
jack this
amp
up a little bit. Yeah.
let's amp this up and make this a little bit tougher.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a very nice feature to add to those genre of games. It's great.
Yeah, I really, really like this game. You can save anywhere.
Love it. Love that as well
Just-
for JRPGs.
Just getting rid of save points in general. I'm like, thank you.
I know. Oh my God! How many?
Thank you.
How many nights have we all spent just wanting to go to bed, but you have to sit there playing for 40, 50, 60 extra minutes looking for that goddamn save point so that you can just turn your system off and fucking go to bed.
Yeah, the worst part is when you fight a boss and it turns out there's another boss immediately
Oh,
after it.
that was the worst.
So like, what's one of the worst ones for me? I think it might have been Unileska from Final Fantasy X.
Okay.
She has 3 forms.
Yes.
And I kept thinking like, oh, maybe this will be over. No.
Right.
Not to mention that there's like a 20-minute cutscene before it.
I know, and you couldn't skip through those, man. It was like I gotta watch this every fucking time.
I don't know why, like the early PS2 games, like they didn't let you skip cutscenes.
Force you to watch that shit.
Thankfully, everyone realizes, oh, people die a lot.
Right.
This is a video game.
Right.
Not everyone's completely competent. Not everyone's going to be able to master
Yes.
this in the first try.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to waste their fucking time afterward.
Maybe they should hit the start button and hit skip.
Just skip on through. You've seen this 3 times already. You don't got to watch
Which,
it again.
hey, guess what Cosmic Star Heroine lets you do?
Skip through the cutscenes.
Skips through the cutscenes.
Brilliant. Cosmic Star Heroine?
Cosmic Star Heroine, and it is on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Steam, and the Switch.
Love it.
So it's on everything.
Very cool.
Also, the fun thing is if you decide to get it on PlayStation, you'll also get it for the Vita. The
Whoa.
totally dead system.
Hey, at least they provided that in case somebody still plays the Vita.
I'm amazed that they did that, because the Vita's been dead, and they just released the Vita version of the game.
So random. It's an interesting choice. Like, why would they, a recently released game, why would they go the extra mile to program it for a system that is seemingly, like, not in use?
Because people still like the Vita.
Exactly. They must have thought there were
I still
enough
like
people
the Vita. Yeah,
playing it.
It is a fucking failure of a system, but I like it.
And there must still be people using it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have programmed a new game into it.
There's a reason why there's the Vita TV, because they want to play the Vita games, but they can't do it on their PS4. So spend, like, what is it, like $80, get the Vita TV, and then put your Vita game in it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's like, oh, it's on the TV now. I can play Persona 4 Golden.
Fun.
Fun!
Well, that's cool. That sounds like a fun game. Heroine, always, always interesting.
It always brings life to the party when you have a little heroine.
For a little while, yeah, for a little bit
Especially
there.
when she's got a big whacking stick that can shoot lasers. And she's got a cute little beret, and she's like, I'm a secret agent.
Berets are sassy. I
She
love them.
just sasses around.
That's right. That's right.
I'm in a spaceship.
Right. Hey, you shut up out there. You shut up. Yeah, we're going to be sassy if we feel like it. Get away from the barge.
Stop trying to get in our barge.
Yes, there's nothing down there. This is an empty boxcar. We're just standing on it.
Hey man, I just wanted some dry land. This canoe sucks.
Yeah, well, that's not our problem. You could have kayaked. You could have done something else. This is our barge now.
Don't flip me.
Get out of here. Jesus. Boy, we're really racking up a corpse count here on this stretch of Lake Michigan here. But
Yeah, we got a total of 2.
You see what just happened? Everyone around us, look what just happened. If you come near us, that's going to keep on. You want to just jump into this watery graveyard with these other people. You keep doing what you're doing.
I see you looking, pontoon boat.
Yeah. Actually, you can. Let me toss 2 of those beers over here, actually. No, toss 2 of them. Greg, point your gun at them. See that? You want that? Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'll get the fuck out of here. Here you go, bud. Little beers right there. Cheers. Oh, shotgun. The teething shotgun. I love that.
Also, don't litter, folks. That's disgusting. We'll be throwing these in the boxcar.
Later. Okay, that was great. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for that. Anyway, Greg, I will tell you what
Don't call the cops or I'll fine you.
Yeah, we have Greg will know. He will just know. Okay.
I can smell your fear.
Yeah, and your phone signal. Actually.
And your pee.
Yeah, yeah. You're not supposed to pee in Lake Michigan. We said you're not. There's no chlorine coming to wipe that away. So just all right, whatever. Anyway, what I spent some of the week doing, Greg, was I was hanging out with I hung out with Raj. Actually, I sent him a text, and
he didn't make you wear the cat suit again, did he?
No, he didn't. It was it was not. He didn't do anything overtly sexual. Didn't make me uncomfortable. We just kind of hung out together and we played some Xbox. I went up to I went up to my perch, like the normal area where I do wear the cat suit, but I just wore like a normal. Raj actually gave me a robe. He gave me like it's kind of like a toga. Like it's not. There's no arms in it.
It wasn't matching with his, was it?
Yeah, actually, it was kind of matching. Yeah, it's same like color of his, like the light blue one that he usually wears. It was that, like a sky blue. So we were matching, I guess, up in the night. Yeah, it was. I guess it was maybe. You know what it is? Maybe he's not as overt with it. Maybe he's more. Maybe he's going for a subtle approach now. Maybe
this
he's
ain't
sort of
subtle, Don.
It's pretty subtle. It was just a robe, It's like I didn't know there was anything going on, like a toga. He was like,
Don, you look cold. I can see your goosebumps coming now. Why don't I place this gently around your shoulders, okay? That's nice.
And he did leave his arms around my shoulders a little longer than I think was necessary. But after that, we segued into just playing games.
Boy,
and
it sounds like you're really hard at reading the lines.
I mean, yeah, a lot of the time when I text him, I'm usually very hungry, so my...
He didn't pop up another, bed, did he?
No bed. It was just 2 chairs. And they were video game chairs. They were comfy. They could rock back and forth.
Gamer chairs?
Yeah,
they had those curved backs with the hole in the head.
Yes, and we could just rock back and forth, and we had the stuff. And he popped up a TV with the Xbox and stuff. I just sent him a little text on the burner phone, and he's like, yes, I'm free tonight. Why don't I come over there? And I was like, great. So I did, and all of a sudden,
in 12 seconds, he was
pops up, and I was like, yeah, Raja, I'm kind of in the mood to play a game. What are you feeling? He was like, okay, we could play games. What do you want to play? Twister? Let us play Twister together. And I was like, no video game console. I was like, video game stuff. And he was like, yes,
let
okay.
us play Leisure Suit Larry then.
Right. He had some suggestions like that. I was like, no, I was thinking of playing a sports game. I was like, I was like, maybe some like Madden or basketball or something like that. He's like, okay, I can play this. And he snapped his fingers and like an Xbox popped up with the TV and a little table and the 2 controllers. And he was like, there's a game that I've been very fascinated with. It represents American culture in such a poignant way. Let us play this together and maybe you'll see what I'm talking about.
It's the man game.
It is a manly game. We can play it
together.
together.
No, it is the man game. That is what it is called.
It is the man game. There are men together and something good happens and then they slap each other on the bums and
they're like, wonderful. It's so fun.
Hey, let me rip your shirt off, friend. It's all good. We're going to have fun now. So he put it on. The game turned out to be Super Mega Baseball. It's this genre of game. It's a baseball game, but it's less like the MLB The Show. It's less like Madden, where it's very realistic to the game, and it's more like a NFL Blitz, where the characters are overblown, very cartoonish physically.
Their calves are huge.
Calves are huge. Their upper bodies are great, but their feet are very tiny. All the animations
Also
are
their
very animated.
penis.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So he put that on. This was actually the second in the series, Super Mega Baseball 2, and Raj and I ended up playing it. And it's a very fun game. It's not, you're not in it for any kind of story. It's a sports game, so you fire it up, and you can either start a season, and you can customize it so that you're playing 5-inning games, 3-inning games, 9, like whatever you want to do, and you can make it so that there are 20 teams in the whole league, or you can make it so there are 64, and you can set them up in different divisions.
You got time for all them tiny teams?
No, I didn't. I was like, we set it up so that there were 24, and there were something like along the lines of 30 games in a season, and you can obviously simulate all the games that don't have to do with your team. So like I had a team that was like they were all like a real power hitting team. They were called like the Brutes or something.
They're just big buff boys.
Yeah, they were all like beefy. They didn't have great defense.
Barrel-chested.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And then Raj picked like the Snakes or something. They were all like real, like slithery, tiny men, and they were just real
parcel
fast.
tongues.
Yeah, they could all speak to snakes. They were parcel mouths. And I was like, this is, I was like, whatever. Like, Raj, like, that's fun. So we fired it up, and I was like, Raj, do you even know how to play baseball? He was like, yes, Don, thank you for being condescending. I know how to play your stupid American game. And I was like, okay, hey, just take it easy.
I mean, the man doesn't abide by the laws of space and time. I'm pretty sure he knows practically every sports ever made.
I know that. I was kind of taken aback, I'll be honest with you. Baseball was not what I was expecting. I guess I would have expected cricket, if we were going to do that.
Maybe he knows
That's kind of
Bofa.
what maybe he knows what?
Bofa.
What's Bofa?
Bofa D's nuts.
Oh, yeah, maybe he does know that. He probably does. He would have seen that coming, is what he would have seen.
Yeah, because he's probably experienced this conversation at least 350 billion times.
Exactly. Plus, like, for him, time's not the construct that it is for us. It's like, it's not linear that way. It's like he's just all over
we
the
just
place.
keep forward. He's just like, maybe I'll go sideways today.
Yeah, why don't I go backwards? This will be fun. I live like Merlin. I will live totally backwards, okay? The once and future king, that's me, okay? And I was like, okay, hey, whatever you want to do, man. So we sat there, we played it for a couple of hours, went through the entire season. I really like Super Mega Baseball 2 because it's just, like I said, with some sports games, you end up spending a lot of time, whether you're customizing some players or you mess with your team's logos and stuff like that. This isn't one of those games. It's very simple and mindless, and it's very easy to just start it up. As I said, you can make the games as short as you like. The interface for how you hit, for how you're hitting, it's very simple. You just move, your opponent pitches, there's a little target in the middle of the zone, and all you got to do is use the joystick to match your target up with the pitch, with where the ball's going to end up, and then just hit A and swing away. And it's, if you make good contact, you can hit a homer.
Can you throw your bat at the people watching if they're hackling you?
I did not figure that out. I would hope that that's possible.
I would wish that there was free control. I wish that there was a baseball game where I could just actively control all the characters at once to just go right into the crowd
and just start beating everybody.
And just start beating everyone up.
Turn it into like a World Wrestling Federation instead of like a baseball game.
This is the WWB.
Oh my God! It's a Royal Rumble. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but with baseball bats, real painful.
That would be that'd be an interesting game. I would play that. I would definitely play it.
I would love to watch just baseball players meet in the middle of a field and just wrestle.
Sometimes they do.
I saw that at a lacrosse game once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Did
with
they
the Philadelphia Wings?
Is that the lacrosse team there?
That's the lacrosse team in Philly.
Philly Wings.
The Philly Wings.
Did they use their nets? Did they get those?
Oh,
involved?
they threw those away, and they all just jumped into a massive pile and fought each other. It was incredible.
In rugby,
it was the first time I had ever gone to a lacrosse game with my dad while we were getting rid of the old camper and getting a new one.
Ooh.
And it was incredible, Don. It was the most rednecky thing I'd ever seen in the city of Philadelphia.
In rugby, it's actually part of the game. There is, like, they call it a scrum, and it's just a man pile, and they all jump on top of each other.
Yeah, but, you expect that. With lacrosse, all of a sudden, they're all dogpiling, and, no, now they're all taking their clothes off.
Oh, what's happening here?
They're just beating the ever-loving shit out of each other.
Dad, let's get in there.
My dad went in there.
Oh, wow.
He broke the glass that separated the field from the seats.
No kidding.
And he just broke it, and he just went in there, and he just fought everything.
What a crazy Philly dude.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Yeah, so anyway, Super Mega Baseball 2. It's mindless, it's fun, it's not, like I said, not much of a story. If you're not into sports games, I mean, whatever. But in terms of a baseball game, I'm not one who's very into those myself. Like, baseball playing on a console, like, that's not necessarily something I'm into. This game, though, this game appealed to me. It was a lot of fun.
Because it's, like, exaggerated and it's not just normal, boring baseball?
Yes, I think so. It's exaggerated. They made the controls very easy. Pitching, too, like the construct for pitching the ball, that system is very easy and user-friendly. It's a game that you can easily pick up and play with friends, and it's, even if you don't get baseball, if you don't understand it, within a couple of rounds of playing this, like, you'd be able to get it, and it's a lot of fun. I recommend it to anybody. It's just cool. And then after that, I ended up doing that for like 3 nights out of the week with Raj, and he's actually been blowing up my phone a little bit recently. I think he wants to keep playing, but I've kind of had my fill of it.
He sounds really clingy.
He does get clingy.
Raj seems like the type to be like, all right, now I've opened the portal, and now we are going to be here for the next 250 years.
Right, he kind of is. Because again, like we said, he has no concept of like the time like us. So he would have, in my mind, he would have
watched you turn to dust as you played Super Mega Baseball until the end of forever.
Totally, and then he would have been like, oh boy, what am I going to do now?
Time to go back in time to find another one.
Let me go back and get done before he's a pile of dust.
Do you think that he has actually gotten versions of you into his time-space continuum?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, think about that.
Oh, I never thought about that.
How many times do you think he has actually successfully brought you into his portal and then let you turn to dust?
Weird. I don't know.
It's like someone who wants to like relive their childhood puppy over and over and over.
Dude, that is so twisted.
Over and over.
I'm real quick. I'm going to text him.
I wonder how many times.
I want to text him. How many times have you played baseball with me until I turned to dust? Question mark.
We'll find that answer.
Yeah, that'll be coming. But anyway, I do recommend the game. I don't think any of you, as long as you're not playing with Raj and you're not concerned about being turned into dust and the whole time construct thing, I think Super Mega Baseball 2 is a lot of fun, and I think people could enjoy it just by, like I said, picking it up and playing, and it doesn't really matter if you're a fan of the game or not. You don't have to, the players are all made up. There's no real baseball players in it.
You don't have to get mad that your favorite baseball player is now huge McUgly.
Right, exactly. He's not been transformed into this weird meaty mega baseball guy.
And the next player, Big Chin McDouchebag.
Right. Known for being Babe Ruth in a former life.
Here's Big Dick McCool guy.
And he hits it with his dick.
He sure does.
Yeah, but that's what I played. Raj actually responded here. He said,
"Oh, that was fast."
Yeah, he's on it pretty quick. Don, let's talk about this in person. Okay, not gonna happen, buddy.
Yeah, that's not. You know what?
That sounds like a lot. You need to. That sounds like a lot.
I think you need to get rid of that burner phone.
I think
the reality is the burner phone is you're supposed to keep it for a week and then get rid of it. You've had that burner phone now for like 2 months.
Yeah, you bring up a great point, and now I'm terrified of it. So there we go. Ha!
Ow, my head!
Shut up. You can keep it. You can keep the phone if you survive.
Number 3 today. You know what, Don? I'm really proud of you today.
Thank you.
You've done all the killing while I haven't had to.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. Like I said, I mean, it's hot out here.
Is this like a role reversal kind of thing here?
I guess.
Are you role playing right now?
No, not at all.
Show me your teeth.
Here.
What is that?
What do you mean?
What's with your canine?
What? Okay, I found one canine tooth and I put it in. It was from one of those drug-sniffing dogs at the Clark and Lake Blue Line stop. He was chomping on somebody's arm. His tooth fell out. I grabbed it, cleaned it, and I popped it in. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. I have had 4 molars and only that for the last several years. So a canine to me is a luxury.
Well, I'm amazed that you've sounded so good with only molars.
Well, yeah, I mean, my tongue's pretty magical. I will give it that.
And you've got iron-like gums.
Uh-huh. Hear the clanging?
I do.
But now I don't have to do that anymore because I have this one canine tooth. I can open cans with it. I can do all kinds of good stuff. So yeah, I found this, and it's been very helpful. Doesn't have to do with the role reversal thing necessarily. I just wanted another eating tool.
Well, maybe sand it down a little bit.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Just sand it down a little bit.
Sharper? You make it sharper?
No, just make it flatter.
A little flatter?
A little flatter.
Okay.
Yeah, just
I can do
flat.
that. I can try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember who wears the big teeth around here.
Oh, is that what this is? You're jealous of my one canine because of all your
I'm just
angler
saying.
teeth?
I'm just saying.
You have plenty
I
of
have an
options
image.
there. Yeah, you do.
And you're intruding on it.
This is an eating tool. I don't even smile. You know this. I hardly smile. You're the only one who would see this canine to me. You're the one who's always showing everyone your angler teeth.
Yeah.
I don't think my one canine is going to infringe on that image at all. I just want to eat.
Just trying to help me.
Yeah. One. That's literally a one up. Of 30 sharp porcelain teeth, I steal one from a drug-sniffing dog, and now I'm trying to one up. I just want to eat, man. All right? I'm just trying to eat like
You
a...
can easily eat with a flattened tooth. SpongeBob does it.
Oh, my gosh.
Goofy
All right.
the dog does
All
it.
right. Fine. You know what? There. You happy now? Ah!
Ow, my eye!
Jesus. Why is everyone moving into the path of where I'm throwing things? That's your own fault. You can keep the tooth.
I'm drowning now.
Good. I'm bleeding. Okay. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. I didn't realize that it, like, you know...
It seems like it was really rooting into the
Yeah, the
there.
gums did not reject it. They were accepting of it, and it does hurt. It feels like my nerve is exposed now, so... Okay, well, I hope you're happy about that. That's,
I am, actually, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
so I'm back to just the 4 molars. That was, felt like an upgrade, and now I'm back to square one. But,
Just find a flatter tooth.
Yeah, I gotcha. Anyway, so yeah, that's Super Mega Baseball 2. That's what I was doing. And, yeah, that's pretty much that. Now my mouth hurts. Yeah, so, anyway, I'm just gonna hold on to this for a moment here till it stops bleeding.
Yeah, you might as well just plug it, like, right in there. Just get real deep.
Okay.
Well, while you're doing that, how about I pull up one of my favorite segments we do here on the show? Let's answer your questions. It's time for GGGregslist.
Yeah! Send your questions to GGGregslist@gmail.com.
Yeah, for your chance to come on to the show. Ask us anything. You could ask us, like, how big my nipples are. I gotta say, they're the size of a silver dollar.
Bigger than normal.
I already answered that question, so you don't have to ask it now.
Right, now we all know. Now we
you
all
can
know.
ask us anything. You can ask us about movies or TV.
And if you don't know if we've answered a question, don't feel bad. We don't mind repeating ourselves, talking.
Or
is
we'll
kind of what we
just
do.
skip you.
Yeah, we can always do that too. We get to choose which questions we're answering, and we chose one for today from this treasure trove of questions. Who do we got, Greg?
Yeah, we got Cedric.
Cedric
from... I can't read that.
Let me see.
Do you know what that says?
Hammond, Indiana.
He's from Ham?
Ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
I could eat that. I could definitely eat that right
I could
now.
just eat a whole pig.
I'd be okay with that
Because
too.
that's... You'd get all the parts. You'd get pork chop, bacon, pork belly, bacon, Canadian bacon, ham, tenderloin, bacon.
Do you ever eat pig's feet? Have you ever eaten a pig's feet?
I've eaten one. I can go through them now.
One-
I couldn't go through them when I was a kid.
One pig's feet, so 4 feet, or like 1 foot?
1 foot.
Okay. How was it?
Crunchy.
I don't want to eat those. There's people say, like, they talk about pig's feet, and I'm like, why would you do that? The whole rest of the pig sounds tasty. Like, why would you eat the feet?
Oh, it's something to use. I'm like, yeah, but you can use every other part of the pig.
Do you think it's a foot thing? Do you think it's like feet people?
I think it's a foot thing.
There's, I mean, what is it? What is with the world out there of, like, feet people?
Hey.
What?
Don't shame people for their fetishes.
I'm not shaming anything. But this is like, I mean, there's a lot of feet people out there.
Yeah, there are. They're growing.
They're
getting stronger.
we have to be aware of this.
I hope people that are aware that, like, the foot fetishists are getting stronger.
The fetishers. That's what they're coming for
Fetish?
us. Yeah. They're running.
My
They can run
bleeding
fast.
fetish?
Yeah. They're coming for us.
Well, in any case,
Hope you're not a foot guy, Cedric.
I hope so too. There, Cedric.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, he says, "What's up, gents?"
Hi, Cedric. Cedric.
Hi. I see a lot of motivational comments from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is that what he wrote in the email?
No, I just said words.
Okay. So Arnold
Schwarzenegger these days.
Okay.
And when I read them, I can't help but hear his voice in my head.
Totally.
Since you guys do voices professionally, thank you.
That's very nice of you. Professionally implies we get paid, though. I don't know if we
we get paid in the love and respect of our fans.
That we do. And we appreciate every single one of you. So
All of them.
you rule.
Yes. Even the bots. I like those ones the most.
What's not to like? They're still positive.
They make our numbers bigger, and they leave hearts.
Oh, yeah, and they populate the inbox. Always cool to see spam. Still a number on the page there.
I'll eat spam.
I like it. Hawaiian?
I might be part Hawaiian.
Do you know how much they have? You know how much spam they have in Hawaii? They
A lot.
love it there.
They grow it.
They grow everything else. That volcanic soil.
It's out of the spam plant.
Really cool. Really nice.
It comes out real easy. It comes out in this big loaf.
Pretty much throws itself at you when it's ripe. If you're walking by it, it'll just
You know it's fully ripened because it comes in a can.
naturally, right? Just the ground is just littered with spam cans.
It's everywhere. I can't stop eating all these spam.
Really ruined my vacation, actually.
Anyway, said with the professional voices, does that happen to you in terms of hearing another actor's voice in your head with other distinguished vocals? Also, I was wondering if you have a go-to voice.
Well, Cedric, this is a multifaceted question. I'll start with the first part of it. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
When I read
Schwartz.
quotes from Schwartzy, I do hear them in his voice.
But
yes.
do you hear them in Arnold Schwarzenegger, or do you hear it in Will Sasso?
So the difference
So
being
when you read it, he's like, I'm at the gym.
Right. Instead of normal person Arnold, who might be like, this is our country and we need to take it back. I love this country and I want to be president. So elect me, vote for me. Like a normal
Everyone come
person.
to Gold's Gym.
Right.
We have plenty of water.
I used to be in great shape. Now I'm 65. I just
Now,
happen to be alive.
My wife keeps feeding me caviar.
Right. So there's the normal Arnold voice. Then there's the comedic Will Sasso tainted version, as we mentioned. The tainted Schwarzenegger, which is kind of like, you woke up today, you need to be loving your family, get to the chopper now.
Yeah, you can't forget that. Are you okay?
Yeah, but that's kind of the tail.
Yeah, he does like an
trailing
Arnold
off.
yodel before every single sentence.
Yes.
I gotta do the Super Smash Box monkey movie.
It's like he doesn't say anything. He can just grumble like that. Like
It's just watching. It's like watching Will Sasso have like a fucking seizure every
convulsions. Yeah,
he still does that shit too. I know he does it with
on Snapchat. He does it on Snapchat all the time.
He used to do it on Vine.
Yes,
like it's the lemons, or it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, or it's fucking Hulk Hogan.
But you know what though? He found things that work, and I don't squash him for doing that.
Like have a lemon pop out of his mouth.
Yeah, no, that's pretty great. And he does do direct parodies. Like Arnold has his own Snapchat. There's a Schwarzenegger Snapchat.
Yeah, where he has like the fucking cigar in his hand the entire time.
And Will Sasso does direct parodies on his Snapchat of Arnold's Snapchat. So that is kind of funny. And like I said, he's got his character part of it. But that is the tainted Arnold part. And to answer your question, Cedric, I personally, when I read quotes from Schwarzenegger, I do tend to hear them in the tainted Schwarzenegger
Who's another
voice.
actor that you would say that you definitely read them in their voice? Like as soon as you see it like on Twitter.
Sean Connery. If I hear a Sean Connery vis-a-vis Draco, our bud, as well. I mean, not that Sean Connery tweets, but when I see like
I don't
a
think
quote,
he knows how to use Twitter.
I don't. But who needs it? You know what Sean Connery does? When he speaks something, the birds repeat the message. It's like a real life tweet. That's some shit right there. So when he says, he just goes out into his backyard, and I imagine he speaks it into the wilderness. He just be like, "Yes, this tea is very good today. Yes."
And then the birds repeat it. Yes, this tea is very good today.
Yes, and they tweet it all across the forest, and the other birds just like take that message. So yeah, I would do. I definitely read like a Sean Connery, like, oh, interesting. Yes,
I'd say Patton Oswalt is one.
Okay.
I think that's because I follow Patton Oswalt, and he's very, very adamant on Twitter.
Yeah, he's big on Twitter.
So I can always imagine his voice.
Cosby. That's another one that I don't
think that's one like people want to remember.
I don't, but you can't help it. That's literally and again, he's not another one that tweets. But when the trial was just happening these last couple of years,
and you'd
you'd
see
read
like quotes from
Cosby, it would still be. it would still be in his voice. It'd be like, I'm innocent, you see. And it's just like...
I don't think he was hamming it up that bad when he was in court for rape.
Maybe he should have. Maybe he would have gotten off if he had just reminded the world of what made him great in the first place. The thing, Your Honor, is I know I slipped some of the what was the drug that he was using in the
Rooflin?
No, the Rooflin definitely, but the luges? No, the Quaaludes. The Ludes, yeah. He's like, the thing, Your Honor, is I did love the Quaaludes, but I only put them in Jell-O, because all my victims love the Jell-O. Pops. I think he probably would have gotten off if he tried that.
I know, he did get off when he was doing that.
That was the problem. That was his problem.
That was his problem.
He
got off way too much.
Yeah, so to answer your question there, Cedric, Cosby is another one. When I read his quotes on the internet, his is a voice that comes into my head. Morgan Freeman, I think that's another one. You can't help but,
Yeah, you can't help but imagine like him speaking softly into your ear holes.
Andy Dufresne. He was and is my greatest friend.
Andy Dufresne. He is a giant anteater.
That's what he eats every day with his mother.
For 12 years, he would go through the prison courtyard, and he would bury his nose into the ant hills.
And we'd all laugh and point at the freakish ant-eating man.
We'd say, "Go get him, Annie."
And then we would make cookies out of his shoes.
We would take dirt and fill them with candied ants for his birthday. He was very pleased, but at the same time he couldn't eat them because his snout was too long and too narrow for the cookies.
Was not made for them.
Yeah.
We gave him a giant ant poster.
Yeah, did you see recently the Doritos commercials with him singing the Missy Elliott song? Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's so weird, because it's Morgan Freeman, but Missy Elliott is like the audio, that's the voice. So like Morgan Freeman lip-syncing to a Missy Elliott song, I was like, I just want to hear Morgan Freeman do the
I don't want to
song.
hear Missy Elliott.
No,
Fuck that.
no, I'm
here for Morgan.
Yeah, that's what. How much do you think he got paid to do the Doritos commercial and not use his voice, which is like his main thing?
Well, in any case, the second half of Cedric's question here, I was wondering if you have a go-to voice.
Ooh.
What's your voice like that you... I think mine is always the... How about that?
That is one of your go-tos, yeah.
I think
Sure.
that's like my condescending, like...
Oh, maybe we should do that. Why wouldn't we do that?
Why wouldn't we go into my father's basement?
Yeah, that's a go-to.
There's no bear traps down there.
I think, go-to. I guess...
Maybe impersonations as well.
Yeah, there's definitely
My
go-to
go-to is
impersonations.
Scooby.
Really?
I love doing Scooby-Doo impressions.
Let me hear it.
Waggy,
That's pretty
Waggy,
good.
let me out of the cage, Waggy.
Wow, Scoob!
Like Scoob, you deserve to be in there. Oh, Waggy.
Got it. Okay, that's definitely a go-to for you. I think mine trend. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like I'm in the mood to do some, and for 2 weeks I might do one voice like over and over and over again, fucking ad nauseum. But then I'd get into another one. Like, some weeks I would say like Raj is an example of like one that I do. Like, I slip into that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, come here, leave that poor man alone. Why are you doing that to him? Go away there.
Why don't you follow me around?
I ask you to reside in my shadow, and you will never do this.
Yeah, so...
You know what, maybe that's why he's texting you so often. He wants you to actually become his shadow.
Please, I've asked you
Now
to
I
do
have
this so
done
many
with me
times.
for wherever I go. It is the two of us against time.
Yes, that's right, and that's what I've always wanted. I want a teammate in this terrible life that I've got.
So yeah, that one's definitely one of them. And like I said, I mean, I guess go-to is... I think Greg and I both have a couple, and I know, speaking for myself, I rotate through them. It's just when I'm in the mood to do some of them, sound good for a stretch, and then others sound better to me, and I just kind of rotate through them depending on what I'm in the mood of.
I just, sometimes I like to sit in front of the mirror and just kind of like do an impersonation of something that I think might sound good.
I've walked in on you doing that multiple times.
Sometimes they're not great.
Well, that's part of it. Let's
part of it.
That's part of the journey of doing voices.
I think I have a great Mike Myers.
Like, oh no, I'm Shrek.
Oh,
Okay.
And then
So
I
that's
do
Mike
donkey
Myers.
and I go, hee-haw!
That is a good donkey. That one's not bad. Yeah, I don't.
Sometimes I do freak.
Sure.
It's just like simple.
Yeah.
Me to hang out with him so much.
It just
I might as
bleeds
well
in
be
there.
him.
Yeah. Scummy's.
Oh no, I'm
I've-
freak. I get pushed over so easily.
You tabletoped me.
Oh god, I'm gonna keep locking Greg out of the supply closet because I'm a 6'7" bitch.
There's another guy I've met and have been hanging out with over the last few months. He lives on the west side of Chicago, like in the West Loop. His name's Skinner, and he's from Australia. He is a former bounty hunter, and his voice has been in my head a lot lately. You know, he's kind of like the crikey, look at this guy, you're homeless, aren't you?
So
I'm
he's
like,
just
you know,
he's just like a regular Australian guy.
classic Australian dude, but that
Oh, he wears his hat. He wears his hat with the brim and the dangly bits there.
well, he's got to protect himself from the sunrise.
I gotta make sure that I ain't got no UV rays on me.
Tell you something, you know, they say
My
the sun
skin's
doesn't
been turning
shine.
red.
They say it don't shine down under, but let me tell you, it certainly does.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you, my farmer's tan is quite impressive.
We call it a dingo's tan down there. I'll tell you that. It's disgusting. I've got hair on my arms.
I haven't washed down there in months. I've been in an outback.
Difficult to reach down there. The water spins the other way going down. It really fucks with you, mate. So yeah, that's Skinner. That's another one that's been in my head too. So Cedric, that's a thank you very much for the submission. That's a multifaceted question. Cedric from Hammond.
A lot of deepness from that question.
Yeah, I think Greg and I both had to take a little bit of a mental journey there. That was we appreciate you prompting that, and that's why we like submissions to GGGregslist, 3Gs at the front, regslist@gmail.com. That's why we like submissions to that, because it prompts Greg and I to go down paths that we otherwise might not have gone
It
down.
also makes you a part of the Boxcar. So congratulations today, Cedric. You're part of the Boxcar. Or Cedric.
Yeah, Cedric or Cedric. If you
I
wanna-
like Cedric.
I
It
like-
makes him sound like he's part of the sea.
Yeah, it makes it like he's part of the sea. Also, maybe like very, very proper, like a butler kind of a thing, like Cedric.
Hello there, I am Cedric.
Yes, I'm lovely to serve you. My name is Cedric.
I've come here with your soda pops.
Well, we're in Chicago, so it would just be pop.
It would be pop. Yeah, what's the why do they pop is a fucking sound. It's an onomatopoeia. It's not a drink. It's soda.
It's soda.
But everybody here says pop, and it bothers me.
Sorry that, Illinois has to be the special place where you have a stupid word for your soda.
Fucking local lingo. Let's
When you
talk
can
about-
get soda everywhere else and everyone knows what you're talking
right,
about.
but here it's fucking pop, and that's what people ask
Hey, at least
for.
it's not Massachusetts. They say tonic.
What?
Tonic.
That's what when they're talking about soda when they say that.
Yeah, tonic. Give me a tonic.
Give me a tonic so I can figure out where I park my car.
Give me a tonic.
Tonic.
So I can pour it in my head. I need to wash my hair.
Come on, let me taste that. Yeah,
Come
where I
here.
park my car.
Come here. Come
Sure,
here.
sure,
Come here, Brenda.
sure.
I just wanna rub my fingers all over your head.
I want to feel you.
I wanna feel you.
I want to park in your garage, Brenda.
I wanna take you to the Outback. I wanna take you to the Outback Steakhouse.
I want to taste you down under.
I wanna bury you in a blooming onion. You know what else is gonna be blooming tonight there? My ding dong.
Of course.
Because that's what I call it. It's the dingo's den.
It's
my
right. It's
dingo.
a dingo's tent. It's a ding dong, and it's blooming onion for you, lady. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Or gentleman.
or whatever gets
Doesn't
you
matter
going.
to me.
Doesn't matter. Warm body. That's what I say. As long as you're a warm body with a hole in it.
You know what?
I'm
Maybe
going
you
in
should
there.
set up Skinner with
Raj. Oh my god, dude! I never thought
Skinner
of that.
sounds like the type who's just like, he's free.
Dude, I need that. I need someone to take my place in Raj's pedestal.
You should just find Skinner and just be like,
That's perfect,
it's the perfect setup.
dude. You bring up a great point.
Because A, he'll stop harassing you and bringing you throughout time and probably wrecking you forever.
Yeah, I don't-
and Skinner will have something to do besides walking around Chicago to
Yeah.
look for dangerous, poisonous animals.
Right, which is all that he's been doing since he's gotten here. So you bring up a great point, Greg. Next time, I'm going to try and facilitate that. I think that's a perfect solution to everybody's problems. So anyway, but yeah, thanks again for tuning in. As again, Greg recommending
Cosmic Star Heroine.
Indeed, try some of that. That's on the Switch. That's on all platforms.
It's on
Good
all
game.
platforms, and Don is recommending Super Mega Baseball 2.
Two. Also, either game, Super Mega Baseball 1 or 2, they're both fun. 2 is a little bit, it's more recent, and I think that they probably got some things better.
If it's more recent, that means it's more better.
It's more better, and that's also on all platforms as well.
That's
Xbox,
not true a lot
PlayStation.
of the time, but you know what? In this instance, it's better.
And that's why Greg used the condescending voice to tell you about it. So anyway, that's what I'm recommending, Super Mega Baseball. Also play it on whatever you want to. And then again, yeah, thank you, Cedric, today for submitting that question. That was nice. And now let's pedal back to shore, Greg, so that we can get some of these leftovers food. Because you look in that park, look at all those dishes on the field there.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at that guy at the hot dog vendor. You better stay.
You go ahead and
better stay.
Stop. Don't close that fucking window. We're
All right,
coming
paddle.
over there.
Start paddling.
Here we go.
We're coming.
Here we go.
We're coming. We're coming.
Oh shit, Greg, I'll come back for you. Onions and mustard. No ketchup on that. Don, I can't swim. 2. Greg, I'll come back for you. Yeah, I said 2. 2 hot dogs. I'm coming over there. Yeah. All right. Greg, I got the hot dogs. Greg, where are you? All right, I'm gonna eat this one. Greg, it's so good. Greg, I got yours right here. Greg?
And that wasn't...
My boat. See you later.
Everything you just heard was not real, but a falsehood. A made-up trip through a phantasmagoric forest. Breathe.